Hello YouTube. If you're listening to my voice right now, chances are you are one of my channel's unique subscribers. And before I continue, I do want to say thank you very much for your much appreciated interest, time, viewing, support, and kind words that many of you have left for me via personal message or video comment, or have just left directly on my channel. The video series I have on my channel, well, besides this series covers my diving adventures and the tropical fish I find and catch in Virginia and in North Carolina. This series I do more or less just for fun and to document my hobby. But these series, specifically the Godspell series and now this one, I produced for one simple reason. I had enough. I had enough of seeing how ignorance propagates and perpetuates ignorance. I had enough of listening to the total abandonment of all reason for the embracement of mythical tales and characters, of fictional timelines, of a history and a future found only in chosen scripture and in indoctrinated fantasies. I had enough of those who unwittingly create their own version of their own God and then arrogantly profess that their version of their God is indeed real and represents the only true God and the only true way in which He must be interpreted and followed. I had enough of the beguilers and grifters who sell promises of health, prosperity, love, and immortality to the gullible masses who in turn believe that the more money they give to these brokers of God, these peddlers of false hope, the more they will somehow be given of the things they desire or desperately need. I had enough of those who trumpet the beauty of their God, His Word, and all He created, while intentionally omitting all the beauty of their God, His Word, and all He created. I had enough of the legions of fanatics and con artists who would lie, state opinion as fact, mislead, misinform, or use fear as a means of recruitment into an otherwise archaic and irrational mythology, or simply as a means of acquiring personal gain, notoriety, and wealth. I had enough of the YouTube buffoons and idiots and their twisted, sophomoric sense of logic and their inability to understand basic scientific principles.
No Archean.
I had enough of their unthinking robotic cronies who do nothing more than parrot the ridiculous arguments, mantras, phrases, buzzwords, and random trite Bible verses that I see over and over in videos, video responses, and in video comments. I had enough. And since you are watching this video right now, you have probably had enough as well. You have not derived your understanding of the natural universe in which we all dwell by filtering it through the stained glass of faith, superstition, selective ignorance, and wishful thinking. You have chosen to break through the glass and leave the walled confines of long-held beliefs and imbued questionable truths, and to gaze upon all of nature and its many mysteries, to examine humanity's accomplishments and strengths, its weaknesses and atrocities, its philosophies, ideologies, and politics, not through a tainted lens of religious belief, but directly through the unhindered eye of critical thinking, observation, logic, rational inquiry, and open skepticism. You understand that truth found only in written word is in actuality truth created and found only in the mind of the reader and in the heart of the believer. You understand that those who do not question their own beliefs are not interested in truth or knowledge, but only in the comfort they find within their beliefs. You understand the difference between the presumption of knowledge through the eyes of faith and the discernment of perception through the eyes of rational thinking. You understand that believing is not the same as knowing, nor is knowledge the result of belief alone, and that the assumption of knowledge without evidence is tantamount to a confession of a belief cloaked in ignorance, and that self-inflicted ignorance is unacceptable when seeking truth, no matter where that road to truth may lead. You understand that there are legitimate questions, and they do deserve rational answers, but these aren't them. If you are a subscriber to this channel, this is why I refer to you as unique. If you are familiar with my videos, you may be expecting something like this right about now. This, however, is a new series, one in which I will use a, much lighter approach to the topics I present. So, with that in mind, and in case you were wondering about the title of this series, don't let the title fool you. I can assure you that the contents of the videos featured in this series will not be dedicated to the guilty pleasures and sticky sweet adventures of this incarcerated YouTube sensation.
What they call toss the salad. That's the slang word, toss the salad. With jelly or without jelly, some people use syrup.
Although, I may, however, produce a video dedicated to this incarcerated YouTube sensation, this creationist icon, Bible scientist, educator of Christian youth, this felon, and now perhaps even connoisseur of buns, jelly, syrup, and salad, who, being a Bible literalist and all, apparently took a little advice given in the book of Matthew, well, a little too literally? This pillar of integrity, truth, and honesty, this legend and disseminator of creation science and biblical logic, this model prisoner and con can, by the way, accept your mail. In case you had any questions for him apropos donut holes, jams and jellies, the power of X-rays, lizard theory, glutei, maximi, bumper balls, brown eyes, suit casing, and even taxes. Check the description box below for details. In a nutshell, I guess you could say that I will be using this series for addressing topics not expressed in my Godspell series, and I will be using a more relaxed approach. The videos in this series will be of a lighter fare, I guess you could say. They will, for the most part, be shorter, and they will cover a vast array of different subjects. I will toss around ideas, ask questions, and share some of my observations. I will present food for thought, if you will. I will be exposing, among other things, creationist liars, end-time eschatologists, and of course, those smiling, glad-handed, Bible-waving Jesus vendors, the flock fleecers, if you will. I will make video responses to those I find that either make absurd claims or just assert flat-out lies. I will be doing a little video debunking, I guess you could say. I will take on some of the comments posted on my videos, or I may elaborate on some of my responses to these comments. And last but not least, I will also use this series for channel announcements, shoutouts, sharing random thoughts, and answering frequently asked questions, and things of that nature. As a visitor or subscriber to my channel, I want you to know that I do not censor or block YouTube users or their comments or video responses left on my channel or videos. Some restrictions do apply, however, and you can find those in the description box below. So I do encourage you to subscribe, leave comments, or make or leave video responses. Oh yeah, one more thing about this. For those of you who enjoyed this series, I am still working on new episodes, and I apologize for the wait, but I promise, unlike some things, they are coming.